Hi, guys. My name is Eugene. Thank you. My name is Eugene. I'm the CEO of Onde, and today I would like to share our story on how to manage 500 apps having only a few developers. And the answer to this question is you can't, right? Just too many apps, just go home, really. Well, unless you do a couple tricks. But first, who is Onde? So you maybe heard about Taxi Startup. We used to be called Taxi Startup before. Now we grew a bit larger, hungrier, and rebranded as Onde. So what we do? We develop ride-hailing technology for entrepreneurs so that anyone can launch their own ride-hailing app on our platform, right? And we have 165 customers from 65 countries around the world. And now I would like to get back to the beginning and tell you how that all started. So back in the days, we wanted to do taxi apps, but we didn't want to run any taxi business, you know? So we thought, okay, we're going to focus on technology and let other people do taxi business. But how do you go about having a lot of customers, right? And Igor, our CTO, right over there, he got a brilliant idea. He was like, man, let's do one app, and then let's give a branded link to all our customers. And when a passenger downloads an app through this link, they get like a logo of this company there. So it's like one app, but many brands. And I was like, man, this is awesome, but that's not how this works, you know? That's not how app works. You gotta have your own app. You know, everybody wants their own precious little app. Everybody wants it. So that's how we ended up with the thought that we're gonna build a lot of apps. But here's the question. What is this word that our customers never heard about? It's backend, right? So it's like, what? It doesn't exist for them, you know? Like, what do you mean backend? Is like service? No, I just want an app. You download it, do a couple clicks, and the taxi comes. You know, are you just trying to rip me off? No, my grandkids can do me this taxi app. There is no backend. So, but that was a good part, because then we could do just single backend for all the apps. And we focused on a couple rules, right? It's a single code base. It's a code reusability. It's a single backend. Do not sell the source codes, because the next thing, what happens when you sell a source code is that they ask you to support it, and they're going to pay money for that, right? And who's going to say no to money? And you end up supporting your own shitty code, right? Who needs that? So the next one is Unified design. And well, let's talk about code reusability. So we have our Android apps for a passenger and Android app for a driver, and they share a lot of the same code base. We call it the core. And then this core is ported to Objective-C, and that's how we get our iOS apps. Awesome, right? And so then the Android and iOS apps share the same UI and UX. And actually all the apps share a lot of the same design. So it's a single code base, code reusability, single backend, and unified design. Now let's look on some numbers. So end of 2013, we have 100 orders per month. End of 2014, we're up to 5,000 orders per month. End of 2015, we're up to 100,000 orders per month. Awesome. And how many apps? There's 20 apps, like 20 apps. And so the next step for us was like, how are we going to continue? I mean, if we're going to build more apps, it's going to be crazy. The amount of apps is unlimited. The amount of developers is limited. What are we going to do? We have to build a production line of the apps. App production line, right? And so that's how we started, and we focused on the next principles. We had to automate all the new app releases. We had to automate all the app updates. And the third one, you have to be able to do this without developers, right? So that's how it goes. You collect the graphics, you collect some checklists with the description, titles, and stuff, and then the rest is done automatically. We build the apps, we generate certificates, we upload the apps to the stores, we sign we do the code signing, we upload all the screenshots, descriptions, and stuff, and we send it on review. No developers needed, right? And so here's our numbers at the end of 2016. We are up to 200,000 orders per month. Awesome. And how many apps? How many apps? 100 apps, right? So it's 100 copies of the same app on a single App Store account. What could possibly go wrong, right? So the other day, at 6 in the morning, I have a call from Tim Cook, and he goes like, "Hi, this is Rachel from Apple App Store, the developer team. We noticed that you have a lot of similar apps on the same account. And according to new Apple rules, you can't do this anymore. If you continue doing this, we will block your account. Thank you, bye." I was like shitting my pants right there, seriously. Like, I was like, "Igor, what are we going to do?" He's like, "I don't know." You know? But, you know, eventually, after a couple bottles of whiskey, jiggling here and there, we started to basically pour all the apps to separate App Store accounts. So now all our customers have their own App Store and Google Play accounts, and releases and updates to those accounts are also automated, which is pain in the ass, seriously. And, well, we're up for 500 apps, or even more than that, right now. And right now we're running on 10 million orders per month. Yes, thank you.